welcome back to my channel. My name is Janet and I have lost over 100 pounds following the ketogenic diet. On my channel you will find a variety of things that will help you improve your weight loss journey, so please consider hitting that red subscribe button. And for any of my returning subscribers, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a meal prep video. However, I did quickly want to go over what I will be meal prepping in this video. I still am using my little notebook here as well as the pens that a sweet subscriber had gifted me. So thank you so much once again. And that is when I keep track of all of my meals, my weight, my measurements I took at the very beginning. Now my weigh-in, I am doing every week. I'm doing this challenge at first for 2 weeks. However, I also want to say in this video, I'm going to say it. I'm going to tell you guys. I am going to be doing the BBBE challenge, so the beef, butter, bacon, and egg challenge for the entire month of September. I'm doing it. Are you guys going to join me? If you're going to join me, please leave me a note down in the comments letting me know that you are in. Comment, I'm in. Yes, let's do that. I feel so good doing this, like I'd mentioned. I'm just going to briefly go into this, but I have been feeling really, really good. And also I am going to visit my daughter for 2 days at the very end of the month. That's why I did this for 2 weeks, because I am going to visit her over the course of like two days. I'm leaving the third day, like early in the morning, but I want to enjoy that time with her. So it's a planned, I don't want to say off meal because I'm going to try to make it keto, but I am only doing the BBBE challenge for 2 weeks. And I did that for a few reasons. Number one reason was to see how my body would react. I don't want to commit to 30 days and then find out 5 days or a week into it. It's just not for me, and I'm having lethargic issues, digestion issues, all of these sort of ailments arise, and then I would just feel depleted and, you know, unhappy about my progress, because I like to finish a challenge. I am one that if I have a goal in mind, I like to meet that goal. I like to complete the goal, you know, things of that nature. So that's why I only started with 2 weeks. Also gave me a chance to see if I would be liking the food, not only how it was like with my body, but just mentally how I was adjusting with no cheese, honestly, and to see how I would be feeling if it was just too restrictive for me and my mental health. And I've been doing great. As you would have watched my recent weigh-in video, I will link that up here in the cards for you to watch. But I had great success week 1. So I will be doing the challenge in full, the full 30 days, just like Dr. Barry has suggested, and I will be doing 30 days. I've heard also 2 Crazy Ketos are doing that as well too. So that's wonderful. Hopefully a lot of you will be on board. You guys can come to my channel and get some inspiration, some new meal prep ideas, some new meal ideas just in general, and we can do this once again together. Thank you so much for all that have joined in already. I hope you will join in once again, depending on how you're feeling and doing. I hope you will join the 30 days in September with me. It works out perfect because there is 30 days in the month of September as well. So we are doing it. Let's plan and prep for September 1st, okay? I know we're not quite there yet, but we're getting awfully close. Let's mentally prepare and get the groceries, get all the keto stuff out of your house, you know, and plan for September 1st. All right, let's get into the meal plan and the meal prepping for this video. So I did a kind of a light version of this week's meal plan and prep. So it's a lot of the repetitive foods, but I'm trying to do it different ways, all right? So like I have egg salad sandwiches. Beefsteak, of course, is like, it's a favorite. What can I say? It's a favorite. I have bacon and egg breakfast sandwiches, bacon wrapped venison, bacon and eggs, venison burger with eggs, eggs, bacon and mayo salad, that one that I always like, leftovers. So I'm just trying to mix things up a little bit, but include all of the same foods, of course, right? So The prep that we will be doing in today's video is going to be some bacon. I had recently bought some thick sliced bacon. If you haven't seen my grocery haul, please watch it and give me some love and support on that video. I will link it up in the cards for you to watch, but I did remember to record my recent grocery haul video, so please make sure that you tune in. It will also give you some ideas maybe on some groceries that you will need to buy for the BBBE. I also purchased in, like, spoiler alert, like one item out of everything that I bought. I bought like $500 worth of groceries, but I did buy some beef short ribs, I believe they were called, and I'm also looking for suggestions on how to cook that, if it's just literally going to be sauteing and then putting them in the oven, or how do you recommend me cook that? But that will definitely be included in one of my meals over the next week as well. I'm just not going to prep that. That's going to be a fresh meal. So also today, so I did buy thick sliced bacon. That's where I was going with this. I bought thick sliced bacon. So we are going to be prepping that. We are also going to be prepping some bacon wrapped venison. We will be doing that in the slow cook, not in the slow cooker. We are not doing it in the slow cooker, Janet. We are doing it in the air fryer. So I am going to be making that. I got inspiration from Hope from Mission Keto. I'm sure a lot of you are following her, but if you are not, please go and follow her. She has some amazing meal prep ideas. Andy is still going hard on his carnivore journey, so please go and give her some love. And I also am going to be making some hard-boiled eggs in the air fryer. I'm going to try it. I have run out of all of my pre-eggs, and I am going to, like, pre-shelled hard-boiled eggs, so I am going to make those in the air fryer and give them a try. I do want to get the Dash egg cooker. I have that on my list on my Amazon. I looked in my local Bed Bath & Beyond because I do have a gift card from there, but they're all out of stock. So I have that on my list to get because I really think that that would make it a lot easier, but I am going to try them in the air fryer today. So that is a brief overview on my meal prep that we are doing. Stay tuned also for next week. I will be having some sharing some what I eat in a day well on the BBBE, and I will definitely be giving my 2-week weigh-in update, measurement update, and everything next week as well too, because like I mentioned, I was doing this for 2 weeks. So the dates were from August 15th to August 29th is the days that I am doing the BBBE challenge. So make sure you tune in for those. I'm excited. Like, this sort of content and this sort of challenge is now inspiring and exciting for me. And I want to explain to you why you need to change things up, because some people just get complacent in their weight loss journey, whatever sort of diet you're doing, whether it's Atkins, Weight Watchers, whatever. And I feel like it is important to change it up because it gives you that motivation and that inspiration to continue on your journey with the determination of weight loss in the end. Do you know what I'm saying? Because motivation is only temporary. Inspiration is only temporary. And I feel like if you're changing it up every 6 months or however often, if it's 3 months, 6 months, a year, but I feel it's still really, really important for your weight loss journey. So let's get into the meal prep. Also forgot to include this, but I will also be making Anita's BBBE bread for the week as well too. So that will also be included in this meal prep. So let's start out by making Anita's BBBE bread. I changed this up this week because I wanted to double the recipe, so I had more of like a uniform size shaped slice of bread technically. So what I did is I think I used 6 egg whites and 6 yolks, and then also what I did is I topped up the egg whites with carton egg whites to make up the difference, because I just didn't want to have any egg yolks left necessarily. So that is what I did this week, and I must say it turned out pretty good. I doubled everything in her recipe. I will have the link to her recipe down below, and like I said, I literally just doubled everything, and it turned out really, really good. The only thing that I found is it does make a lot, and it doesn't provide me with a lot of calories. So as much as I'm liking it, it's really kind of just a filler. And I know I'm not supposed to be counting calories or doing any of that during this challenge, but I also want to make sure that I am getting nutritious, voluminous calories. If you know what that means, like I want to be eating the bacon, the eggs, the meat. I don't want to be filling myself up on low calorie bread, but it is a nice thing to have as an option. But I always find that that bread does make me fuller. So I have to kind of be cautious of that. I found this week, I was thinking about that. Because you're not calorie counting or anything like that, but I definitely don't want to be eating a lot of bread that is only 20 calories and not getting other nutrients from the other foods on this challenge. So that is kind of one realization I had with the BBBE bread. I do love it. You guys know I love this bread, and it's such a good filler, and I like it because I can have it with egg salad sandwiches, and I can also have it with my bacon sandwiches. So it's definitely good for those reasons. I think I might just freeze the other half of this loaf. I'm going to be doing this challenge for the full 30 days. Yes, September, the whole entire month, I will be doing this challenge. I think it's a great opportunity for me to complete the challenge from beginning to end. This was kind of a trial period, but I'm really looking forward to it. So definitely will keep you posted on all of that information. But as you can see here, I'm just topping it up with some liquid egg whites so that I didn't have to crack any more eggs. So I whipped that up really, really good and threw that in the oven first. Measured it all out, and like I said, I literally doubled everything. So I used a full packet of the Keto Chow, and then I used double the amount. That's why you see my food scale out, is I doubled the amount of the egg white powder. I think next time I would actually use less egg white powder. This, when I doubled it, was a little bit more drier than the first loaf that I made. So I think maybe cutting back on the egg white powder would probably help that. That's what I found when experimenting with it last fall. But you know, it's trial and error. You can follow a recipe. You're still going to come up with your own version of the recipe. So I also added some of the Redmond's real salt as well to that. Keto Chow, you know, is kind of probably controversial, but I like it because of the added protein. But everybody is on their own journey, and you know, depending on how strict you are with this journey, it's totally up to you. But I do add the Keto Chow beef flavoring. You can also add the beef gelatin, that is still approved as well. Just reference Anita's recipe that I will have below, and she has different options for you to use on what work best for you. So then I just put this in a blender for about 4 to 5 minutes, not very long at all. And then I slowly add my egg yolks to this mixture. And I tried to do it one at a time, but it was a little bit difficult. But I just add my egg yolks one at a time. I have it on slow. And then I put it kind of like on a medium speed once I have all the egg yolks in there to make sure that everything is all well combined. And then after that, then I just put it in my loaf pan and put it in the oven. I put it in the oven for 55 minutes for this loaf, and it turned out perfectly. So if you are doubling the recipe, 55 minutes has worked for me. Next, we are going to be making our bacon wrapped venison. So I got this inspiration off of Hope from Mission Keto, and since we are hunters, I decided that I would be using some venison. I did saute the venison a little bit just to sear it on the outside, and then I wrapped it in bacon. I used about either a third of the bacon slice
or some of the bigger pieces were a half a slice, but I put these in my air fryer and I actually cooked it on a lower temperature at first, because with venison, you do have to cook it low and slow. So as you can see here, the temperature, I cooked it at 280 for 10 minutes. And then what I did is I flipped them over, and they were probably like, the venison was probably cooked. So now I increased the time a little bit more for the next, I think I put it on for 4 or 5 minutes, but I did put it at a higher temperature. I want to say probably like 350 or 380. You're going to be different because you're more than likely going to be using beef. So I just put it on a higher temperature in order to crisp up the bacon, but these were delicious. They were so, so good. So as you can see, I just adjusted the temperature in order to make the bacon crispy. Next, we are just going to prepare our bacon. So at first I thought that I was going to be folding my bacon, because that's usually what I do. However, I am using my bigger baking sheet, and this baking sheet is really, really big. It's perfect size for your oven. However, I quickly realized that I did use some of the bacon for the venison to wrap, and that I didn't have a lot of bacon that I was cooking. Still a lot, like probably 3/4 of a pound. But then I realized that I could just place them all on my baking sheet, just how I am doing right here. So I love making bacon in the oven if I have that opportunity to do, as far as like a meal prep. I usually do mine 10 to 12 minutes at 400 degrees, and then I flip it over and I do the same amount of time at the same temperature. Everybody likes their bacon cooked differently. Like I have explained, I do not like my bacon crispy whatsoever. That's just what works for me. This was thick sliced bacon as well, so keep that in mind. But everybody kind of has their own formula as far as cooking bacon in the oven. So just make sure that you can decide and play it by ear. Keep an eye on it the first time that you make it, and when you find your perfect temperature and duration, I would write it down, and then you can always cook your bacon for that time and at that temperature. All right, here is the venison bacon wrapped venison, and it was completely done. Like I said, I was meal prepping these, so I wanted to make sure that the bacon wasn't completely crispy, because when you put it in the microwave, it does cook the bacon a little bit more, or even if you're warming them up in the air fryer, once again, you are still cooking the bacon. But this came out perfectly. These were delicious, so thank you, Hope, for the inspiration. This now is the true test. This is what you've all been waiting for. You all know my struggles with hard-boiled eggs. So I will link the recipe, if you want to call it that, instructions down below for the hard-boiled eggs in my air fryer. 250 degrees. I did it for 14 minutes. I like mine about medium, not necessarily hard-boiled all the way. And it was perfect. I didn't check on them. I didn't do anything, open it up or nothing until the timer went off. Then I placed them in an ice bath, literally probably for only a couple minutes, not that long whatsoever. I did not leave them in the ice bath for 14 minutes. As long as I cooked them, they were only in there for probably 2 minutes, not even. And then I took them out, as you can see here, and I was like, I already ate this day that I was recording, but I was like, you know what? I need to try one of these and see if I actually made a hard-boiled egg or a boiled egg to my liking. And this was so easy. Doing in the air fryer is something that I can do. It's not boiling water, making sure your water is at a certain temperature, boiling it for 10 minutes exactly or however long. There was none of that. It was literally in a preheated air fryer, cooked at that temperature for that long. So like I said, I will link the instructions down below where I got this from, and they were fairly easy to peel. I know that I would probably maybe use like the spoon method or something else, but I just wanted to try to peel it, cut it in half to see how it was done on the inside for you guys, because I know a lot of you have been wondering if this would work and how they would turn out. And keep in mind that there's different temperatures, and not temperatures, but duration if you want it more of a hard boiled egg. I want to mention that before I cut this open. I prefer mine to be kind of a medium. So I cut it open and look at that. I was so shocked. I was trying to give like a thumbs up there. That was kind of weird. But look at how perfect these turned out. Absolutely perfect medium boiled egg. So I'm so happy with that. This is my bread right out of the oven. I was pretty satisfied with the size of that.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you got some ideas for your meal prep on this bacon, beef, butter, and egg challenge. Please make sure you leave me a comment down below if you are in on this challenge for September. I cannot wait. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you give this video a like, and also make sure that you are subscribed to my channel and have that notification bell on so YouTube can notify you when I upload a new video. Thanks for watching.